Hello, it's Liz with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'll be sharing with you a card that we did in Card Club this month. So the stamps that I'll be using is Circle Sayings. This is a new set in the catalog. And then I'll be using, I'll be using some Daffodil Delight ink, Stazon Black ink. I'll be using the brand new Watercolor Pencils. So if you have some of our older watercolor pencils, they're the same style, same thing. There's just some newer colors in here. So there you go. I will be using a blender pen, a Wink of Stella. Love Wink of Stella. If you have not discovered a Wink of Stella yet, add that to your next order. And if I see if I can change your mind by the end if you think you don't need it. So hang on. And then I will be using some, I'm trying to think, I wrote over the packaging, the Glossy Dots Assortment. This is a tip that I've given before, and I just wanted to show this to you again. When the embellishments come, they don't have the colors written on the packaging. Like the Designer Series papers, all the colors that are in there are written on the back of the packaging. The embellishments do not have that. So grab a Sharpie and just write them right on the packaging, and that way you always know what's in there. Okay, so hopefully that's a tip right there that helps you out. All right. The cardstock that you'll need today is Daffodil Delight. This is an 8.5 by 11 cut in half. I just did it the long way instead of the short way. So you can turn your paper, hang on one second. Okay, so this is 8.5 by 11, and I did it the long way, and I cut 4 1/4 inches in, and I cut that down, and then I scored at 5.5. Okay, so it just gives you a card that is a little bit different opening, and you can have it open then this way, or you can do it sideways and go this way. Okay, and then I have a piece of black cardstock, and the black cardstock is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I have a piece of white cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so those are your 3 pieces of cardstock. All right, let's get started. Well, actually, we can take this one here. I don't have adhesive. Hang on, guys. All right, you think some basic would be to have adhesive on hand, and I did, and I apologize. So, all right, we can go ahead and put this black piece on right away. Let me make sure I'm up here in the camera for you. And I did this one, I just wanted a tiny little bit of a border. So you're going to notice it's just a slight bit because this white piece is going to go here. And it's really just a very, very small border, but I love the look of it. So hang on. All right, let's get started with this white piece here. I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive underneath here to hold this paper down so it's not sliding all over. The little tricks of the trade. There we go. And that'll hold my paper in place. Okay, so I'm going to take the Circle Sayings, and I'm grabbing this cupcake here. All right, typically with photopolymer stamps, I would use Memento ink, but I'm going to use Stazon today because I'm going to be coloring in, and there's going to be moisture with the Wink of Stella and wet, and I don't want, with the regular Memento, you could have a smearing going on. I just don't want to have that. So I'm just going to use Stazon. Just make sure that you clean your stamp right away. It will stain a little bit like this, but just remember these are tools. They're not collectibles. These are tools to use, and they're going to get a little dirty sometimes, and that's okay. So I'm going to, what I do want to do though is when you are going to use Stazon, make sure you have a cleaner right away to clean it. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I'm just going to clean that right away when I'm done with it. But just know when you use Stazon, it's a little kind of like stickier because it's what you would use if you're going to do some embossing. So if you go into it, it kind of sticks a little bit. All right. I'm going to start off a little bit here, and just know it's going to stick to your paper a little bit, and that's okay. Press down in the center, pull back up, and there you have it. All right, now the next one I'm going to do in between those two. Okay. So that each row is just a little off from the row before. They're gonna, yeah. You see what I'm doing, right? Thanks for being here with me. And I love that some of you have been sending me the cards that you've been creating with the ideas that you've been getting on here. Love that, because I feel like I'm helping you come up with some ideas. Okay, there we go. All right, just gonna clean that right away. Okay, and let's close that up. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment, all right? I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight. There is a stamp in here that says celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. There we go. All right, so I'm just laying that on there. We're going to ink this up in the Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to pick a center one. We're going to put this right around it. Right down and straight back up. And there you go. So celebrate. All right, we'll close that up. And then here's where I'm going to be pulling out the watercolor pencils. Since my background paper is Daffodil Delight, I want to do the Daffodil Delight color that's in here, and then you can choose whatever other color you want to do. I'm going to do the blue. There's a blue one, and some of these are actual Stampin' Up! Colors, like you'll see Real Red, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and then this one says blue. It's just blue. So it's not necessarily one of our colors, but it all goes together. Okay, so let's do, oh, I actually want the brown too. We're going to use, let's see, let's use Pecan Pie. Let's use Pecan Pie for the wrapper. Okay, there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm just taking the color. You don't even have to like get the whole thing. You're just adding some color. And if you want, you can make different colors on the wrapper, and then you can have chocolate frosting. That's up to you. Okay. And you're going to be like, what the heck? She's really sloppy with this. Hang on, stay with me. Okay. So I'm going to use the blender pen now. And the blender pen comes in a pack of 3. They're double tipped and both ends are exactly the same. These last forever. So again, this is a great thing to have on hand too. Sometimes you can use the water painters to do the same thing. Some people like these because they feel like they have a little more control because there's not water going all over. And some people rather use the water painters. You could use either for this. So it's really a preference. Now I'm going to just take this and fill in. It's pushing because they're watercolor pencils. It's pushing the ink. Into the little areas, the crevices. Okay. So we're going to get the brown colored pencil to go where we want here. Have you guys been enjoying the new catalog? There's lots in there, and if you don't have one and you want one, please feel free to shoot me a message and I will take care of that for you and get that. You can also see everything on my website on stampingontherock.com. But I know there's just something about having a hard copy catalog in your hand and looking through things, especially since it's a bigger catalog. It's different if you have a catalog that's like, 15 pages or something, but ours is so big that's just nice to have a hard catalog. Okay, so that's what I did so far. Now I'm going to take these top cupcake pieces and I'm going to add a little yellow. We're going to add some yellow here. Yellow, and just kind of scribbling it in. Okay, now I'm going to take the blue and we're going to add some blue here. I'm going to add blue. And you can do it lightly in color and let it dry, and then you can add some more if you want it a little more in depth. Everybody does like their coloring pencils a little bit different, but again, these are all tools. They're tools to use how you want to create. All right, now this is the Wink of Stella. I pulled in the Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is a great way to add a glittery effect without having a messy glitter mess. So I'm going to take the Wink of Stella now, and I'm going to color this, and it will pull because they're watercolor pencils. It's going to spread the color out where I want it to be. Do you see how it's moving the color all around? It's really magical. Okay, so I want to move on to the blue, and just so I don't contaminate or get the yellow into the blue, I'm just going to just brush it off here a little bit, get rid of that color, and then we're going to go right into the blue. And again, I'm just pushing the color to where I want it, and it's adding sparkle to our frosting. The Wink of Stella is a great tool to have on hand, and it does last a long time. Someone asked me last night how long it lasts. Really, like most things like this, depends on how much you use it, how much do you put your cap on when you're done with it. But it can last a pretty long time. Okay, hopefully you'll see this glitter in the camera here, but trust me if you don't, that there is glitter there. So let's see. You see that glitter shim? There's a little shimmy going on there, the shimmer. Okay, so if you do or you don't, I promise you it's there. So I'm going to turn this over. We're going to add this on here. And you can have it be done just like that. But I made a post on my Facebook page a little while ago saying embellishments are adding a little bit of jewelry to your outfit. It's like adding jewelry to your outfit. So you can finish your card right there, but embellishments are just fun. They're just a little extra. So that's where I pulled in these, and they're sparkly. These are sparkly ones, so it fits perfectly with the Wink of Stella. So I'm going to pull in some of the blue ones and then the yellow, and we're just going to pop those. I think it works better if you just grab your scissors. I'm putting underneath. And let's see, let's put that one up there. And we'll grab a blue one. There's 3 different sizes here, which is nice too. So I vary them. Let's take this blue one. We'll stick a blue one over here. And let's do another a larger blue one. Maybe the medium size. We'll do one of each. Okay, and there we go. So it just added a little extra shimmer to that, and that's our card for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, if you don't have a Wink of Stella, add that to your next order. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. And if you need a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator you're already working with, I will gladly get one to you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.